The long road of entrepreneurship is a lonely road to travel. But guess what? There are more people out there that you love and love you right back than you anticipate. Stay tuned and hear my story.
Welcome to the David Adam Kurz Show.
All right, so first and foremost, welcome to another episode of David Adam Kurz Show. So grateful to have you guys here with me today. So Sunday was my birthday, my 49th birthday. I turned 49 years old. I know I look great for my 49th. Please comment that so you can make my head bigger than it already is. Now I'm just kidding, guys. But yes, I'm 49 years old. I feel it in my bones. Trust me when I tell you. But you know, my wife and I, we talked about different things we wanted to do for my 49th. I don't really celebrate my birthdays like that. Like I like being around my family and things of that nature. But I'm not really like a party. Let's throw a party. I think I'm kind of over that phase. And we decided, I have two cousins that live out of New York, Lewis and Jasmine. Lewis and Jasmine reached out to me and said, hey, man, we want to come down for your birthday. And so I said, okay, we got to do something now because Lewis and Jasmine are coming down for my birthday. And I don't want to just like sit around the house and play Uno all day, right? Like we got to figure something out. Let's invite a few friends over. So Jen started to talk about like all that we could do. And I was like, no, you know what? Let's just have like a pool party, right? And let's just invite people that I love and love us back. Like, let's make that short list, right? And when I first started to think about this, without really putting too much thought into it, I said, look, you know, it's going to be 10 people. Let's be real. We don't have a lot of people in our lives, okay? So it'll be 10 people. We'll bring 10 people over and we'll chill by the pool and, you know, we'll play some good music and stuff like that. And then my wife's like, well, let's make a list. And so we shared a note on the iPhone share note and we started to make a list. And the list really came from me. It was more like me looking at her saying, what do you think about so-and-so? And she'd be like, oh, that sounds great, right? Or she would suggest somebody and I would say, no, I don't really, you know, not my vibe for my birthday. And the more we spoke about it, you know, it went from this initial idea, this initial thought process of only having 10 people in my life that I could turn to a list of more than 40 people. And that included spouses because a lot of the people that I know and love me back, well, I also know their families, right? For the most part. And so I invited these amazing people to my house and it was like the wildest thing, right? Because when I start writing this list, I'm like, oh yeah, so-and-so, and oh yeah, so-and-so. And I promise you, like no one on the list was someone that I just like they got a hall pass to come to the pool party, right? All of these people, I'm very, very, very careful with the energy that I bring into my house. I want to say that. Like I am just like that guy. Like I don't want to bring negative energy or potential fallouts into my home. I want good energy in my home all the time. And so I'm very careful about who we invite to the house. And I really wanted it to be close and personal, you know? And now I want you to like paint this picture, right? What turned out to be the thought process of a very small pool party, 10 folks, nothing else, turned out to be more than 40 people, DJ, bartender, chef. We had a guy cooking for us, cook lunch for us. We had more drinks than we could ever consume in one day. We had a great bartender. We had a great DJ. We had music playing from like the 90s and the 2000s and things like that. It was like an era music system. You know, we were playing freestyle and hip hop and house and things that kind of I grew up with, right? 49 years old now. Like, so I'm thinking, you know, it was everything from Diamond Girl to Jay-Z, right? And so ideally it turned into this crazy great Vegas style party. And the reason I'll say Vegas style party is because you have to think like if you've ever done VIP at Vegas, right? You do it with a big group of people and you're in your element with your people enjoying Vegas, right? and you have a bartender bringing you drinks, and you have you can order food, and like no one's lifting a finger to work. You're just there, you're having a good time, you're jumping in and out of the pool, you're hanging out with friends, you're dancing, you're listening to great music, there's a DJ playing crazy great music. Like that's what it's like, and that is exactly what it felt like to me. And I was so excited, like the deep joy that I felt in my heart, realizing how many people genuinely care about us, my family, my family, and how much we cared about them. And then also how they interacted with each other, right? As many of them knew each other, but there were, a few that didn't know anyone else, and they would introduce themselves and they would connect. And that led me to realize that I was in a room with amazing, like-minded individuals, whether it was business or personal. I was in a room with like-minded individuals that were my people. It was my tribe. It was the people that I want to spend time with, the people that I elect to give my time to. And so, I wanted to do this because I really delve into it. And I started to think this realization is something that we often underestimate. We often underestimate how many people genuinely care about us, right? And mainly because we think we're on this trip by ourselves. And yes, you're on this entrepreneur journey by yourself, but not everyone wants you to lose, right? Like there is this group of people out there that genuinely want you to succeed. And it's essential to recognize and appreciate those people as regularly as possible. And I bring that up because I realize as I'm looking around, maybe there are people at this pool party that I really don't talk to a lot. Like I love, and they love me, and we're good people, but we may not communicate as much as we possibly should. And for a lot of reasons. One, we should be building relationships with the people that we love, but also like, how could we help each other grow in life? Right? Because we are human, we are pack animals. And as a pack animal, we should be looking out for the human to the left and right of us, for the one in front and the one behind. Because no matter how strong and popular you are, there will always be someone in front of you. And the someone in front of you, I hope, is someone that you admire, respect, and you feel great to be around. And so I wanted to encourage you guys today to reflect on the moment that I've experienced, and then reflect on moments that maybe you've experienced where unexpected support and affection really came in, right? Where people that you had no idea were going to love and support you showed up to love and support you. And I want you to really think about how that really felt to you, how exciting it was, even though it may have been a bad time in your life, but who was there? And I've been in the position where I thought I had a tribe, and then something bad happened in my life and my tribe turned their backs and ran away. And then there was a selected few people that stayed by me no matter what happened, and they stayed with me and they battled alongside of me, maybe not battling my battle, but rooting for me to get through my battle. And that was good enough. And now they're here hanging out in my pool, and we're chilling together. And so I want to recognize how love enhances your self-esteem and motivation and overall happiness. If you realize and recognize that it's there, think about how much better your life is, how much better you feel about yourself, right? Because we need to be loved to feel good about ourselves. It's just the God honest truth, man. I always see these, some people running around. I don't need anybody to love me. I'm good by myself. I love myself. You're miserable, bro. I'm sorry. Miserable. Because if I compare you to somebody else who also loves themselves, but has 40 people who love them, chances are they're happier than you are. They're more motivated than you are. Overall, they're better mentally than you are. So I want to talk a little bit about the importance of self-appreciation and positive energy, right? And the love that you give to others. You always hear me say, you have to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. And those two things are very, very, very true. And oftentimes we forget these positive impacts that we leave on other people's lives. No one of value runs around writing down the things that they do for people so that they can come back and tally it later. Like no one of value does that, right? I tend to do these things right here. Like there's no way for me to understand how this podcast helps people, or how it helps me monetize, or how it helps me in my business, or how it changes and impacts somebody's lives, and they're thankful and grateful for it. I just don't know, because oftentimes you don't hear the results. And we have to give ourselves more credit. We have to give ourselves more credit for the good things and the good vibes that we put out to people, and acknowledge your contributions and celebrate your generosity and your kindness, because people feel it and they're hearing it and they're listening to it and they're feeling it and they're accepting it. And it's a game changer. So regularly remind yourself that you're a positive influence on the life of the people around you. And if you're not a positive influence on the people around you, and you're not helping humanity in any way, then maybe there's a change you need to make, right? Maybe there's a change that you need to make. So the next thing I would say is something that I realize that maybe I want to pass on to you guys to realize, is that we need to nurture these relationships. They need to become better relationships. They need to become stronger relationships, both for your personal life and your business life. Because, by the way, the 40 people in that pool would be the people who would refer me business in any of the businesses that I'm in if they could. Right? Like I'm a realtor, somebody else is a realtor in the pool. They're not going to refer me business because we're competing in the same area, but maybe one of my other businesses, right? Maybe they'll compete or not compete. I'm sorry. Maybe they'll complement one of my other businesses, and maybe I'll help them with something that they're doing, and we both win. Why? Because we believe in each other's success. We love each other. We have respect for each other. Okay. These personal relationships can enrich, remember, your personal life and your business life, and you want to be attentive to that. And so I want you to try something. You know me, I like to give people challenges. If you're listening to my podcast, I want to give you a challenge. And that challenge is to create a detailed list of the people you genuinely care about, right? Create a list of the people that you genuinely care about. And you know for a fact in your heart of all hearts, that they genuinely care about you. And reach out to each one of those people. Express your gratitude for them. Reconnect and nurture those relationships. Build them back up. Create your tribe. And set intentional goals to regularly engage and deepen those meaningful connections, even if you have to set a reminder on your CRM or your phone or something. And the long-term benefits of taking this proactive approach to relationships outweigh anything that you could ever imagine. Just think about having multiple strong relationships, being able to get through hard things and not have to do it alone, being able to celebrate great things and not having to do it alone, being able to be supportive to somebody who shouldn't be alone, because that's a win for everybody. And then for your business will grow. They will support your business. They will support your kids. They will support your personal life. They will cheer for you from far, and they will cheer from you for you from near. Deeply interconnected, fulfilling relationships create meaningfulness and satisfying lives. You want to have a meaningful and satisfying life? Have good relationships with the people around you, your spouse, your kids, your friends, your uncles, your aunts, your parents. I know you're mad at one of them somewhere. Find forgiveness and rebuild that relationship as fast as you can, because time flies and it goes faster than you could ever imagine. You know, we have a tradition in my house that on a birthday, when we go to cut the cake and we blow out the candles, sing happy birthday, blow out the candles. And then the very next thing we do is that the people in the house show gratitude for the birthday person. And we have an opportunity to now tell them something we're grateful for in the last 12 months that they have accomplished. And, you know, we're grateful for them, you know, for their existence or for what they may have done for us or for someone else or whatever the case is. We get to show that gratitude. And this year was a little bit odd because, typically that would be family, right? But this time we had 40 people at the pool party, right? So saying happy birthday. And my wife said, hey, in our family, we have this tradition. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, it's a lot of people. And she was smart about it. She spoke, my kids spoke, my brother-in-law spoke, a couple of my friends did. And she just kind of opened it up and said, hey, maybe 2 more people. If you want to say anything, you're more than welcome. And I got to tell you, man, my godson said something like, I was left in tears because you really never, ever truly understand how much you help people. And if your goal in life is to better humanity, right? Where we always talk about in our company, we always say we want to change and impact the lives of over 1 million people in a positive manner, right? We're doing this in a business level, but we're doing this in a personal level as well. And we don't realize, because we're not, keeping tabs, how much we're doing for how many people, even if it's not directly to them. And the things that people said and their gratitude for me as a human being, not as a leader or a coach, but simple human being, that was something that I have probably never experienced before and was absolutely amazing. Amazing. I'm so grateful for everyone that came to the party, and I'm extra grateful for everyone who voiced their gratitude, because it helped me, again, as a man and as a human, as a father, as a husband, as a friend, as a colleague, as a business person, as a leader, as an author, as a speaker, as everything that I do. It helped me realize I could never stop doing this because I am helping people. What a win. What a huge win. And so that you walk away from that, you go, life is absolutely enriched right now. Like, wow, this is genuine connection, not superficial connection. Oh, I love you because you're the best boss ever, but genuine connection. So I'm going to close out. Don't forget the challenge. Do the challenge. Okay, I'm going to repeat the challenge in case you don't remember. Create a detailed list of people that you love and you know they absolutely love you back. Reach out to each person, express gratitude, reconnect, and nurture that relationship. And then set intentional goals on a regular to engage and deepen those meaningful engagements. Now, take immediate action on this. This is where we close out and encourage you. I want you to take immediate action in doing these things, because if you don't, you will forget. And if you forget, then you say, oh, I should have done that. And no, now is your time. Now's your time to do it. Now's your time to get it done. So please get it done. Okay. I want to reiterate the importance of recognizing and appreciating the people around us. I mean, they're around us for a reason, and they stay around us, whether we're good, bad, ugly, asshole, whatever it is that we do. They stick around us. They love us. And I want to finally close this out with gratitude for you guys, the guys who tune in and listen to our show. And I would love to encourage you to subscribe and share these stories and engage further with our content and the things that we're doing. Join our Freedom Achiever Academy, discuss things like that. Just share these messages with people. This is free. Like, let people come in here and really absorb this energy and this message and this love and this passion that we are building out together as a community. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Always the David Adam Kurz Show. Greatly appreciated for you guys. And I'm grateful for you. Thanks all the time. Thanks for everything you do. Y'all take care.